Alright, so I got my little lights, and my tractor here doesn't have any lights. Let me get this turned around here. There we go. So I got one of these little Harbor Freight floodlights, and they indicate flood or spot. And in this case, I really only need something that's going to extend out, you know, I don't know, 60, 70 feet or so. And so people can see me if I'm on the road plowing snow or whatever the case is. And it was only like 27 bucks. And I want to get it wired up first to make sure everything works good, and then I'll mount it. The mounting is, you know, anybody can do that. It's pretty straightforward. So I've got an existing plug here from the headlight right there with a MOLLE connector on it, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the little spade connector on that. God, it's bright. Use just a little spade connector to go in that. I just got to figure out which one fits. That probably fits. And these are the water resistant ones. They got a little bit of heat shrink on them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use the blue ones because I think they're a little bit smaller. Because I don't want to cut the existing connector off if I don't have to. Oh, there's some damn. Wow, there's a bunch of fuses in there. That's handy. Yeah. So what I'll do is see if these guys work. Like a glove. Let's see if I can get you guys over here. So it's done. None of this stuff is terribly difficult, but you know, some people might be like, "What the heck? What am I supposed to do here?" So let's see here. It's hard to make out. Yeah, cool. So yeah, basically they come with these little watertight connectors, which are actually they're all heat shrinked and everything. They seem pretty decent quality. So what I need to do is, man, I wonder if that's gonna be enough. That is not gonna be enough. So, in the mouth to go. Get our professional wire stripper out. And they do have soldered ends, which is nice. Or tinned. Some people call it tinned ends. So yeah. And then we got our little crimper. And it's nice if you can maintain a little bit of. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that'll work. And this is a 16 to 14. So we're gonna do that. Pretty good. And do the same thing over here. 16 to 14. What is it? There we go. Basically, it tells you what gauge, you know, what gauge wire you're working with and stuff. So it's pretty tight. Then we just take our cigarette lighter. You know, that's a part of our EDC. So we've already used two bits of our EDC here. And we're starting to shrink up. So we can do it without burning it. And you know, I mean, just get it as good as we can. This ain't gotta be perfect. But yeah. So we used our knife. Could have used my multi-tool, but knife worked just fine. And then what I'll do is I'll get this rigged up, and then I'll hit. Oh, damn, man, that was hot. So let's see here. So red. So in this case, you basically, the way you do this is you turn tractor on, turn the light on, you put your voltmeter in, and then you go to ground with your black lead typically, and then you probe around with your red lead to see which one's your hot line. So in this case, the white one, for whatever reason, is our hot line. So plug this guy in here, and then our ground is our black line. So there's that. There's our light. Let's see how we're doing here. There's that. Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. Boom, there we go. And we have light. So it's pretty easy, it's extremely straightforward, and doing it this way, I don't have to cut that connector off, which is huge, in case I decide to rebuild the grill and use factory connectors. That's a pretty decent way to do it, and it's fairly water resistant. It's not ever going to be perfect, but this way I got plenty of room to play with. That's a pretty decent little light, especially for 25 bucks. You can't really beat it, right? All right, so let's see how we did. Oh, I did a thing. That'll work. All right, that's something anyway. Better than what it was. I think I might get one of those floodlights and put it on the other side there, and then, you know, that should be pretty good. And then there's a light on the back that needs replaced. I might then swap it out too. But it's got a standalone switch, so I don't know if it'll work. Might have to install a switch or something. Or just wire it up so when you just turn the lights on, everything comes on. But yeah, it works pretty good. All right, pretty cheap fix.